going to be in the dark reading. Okay, so I don't know if you'll really be able to see the cards. I guess I can bring my candle over here and you can kind of see it on the cards here. Sorry guys, I wasn't really planning on doing a reading, but I was awake and the energies and stuff. And like I said earlier today, this has been kind of weird. So if you didn't catch my upload, I did a chakra reading for the collective. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's kind of bright in my eyes, but I'll try not to look at it too much. It's like El Sol. Oh boy, somebody thought they had a certain command over your soul, didn't they? But I feel like you've shown them a different side of you. And now they don't really know what to expect. So that's part of that. Your side eye doesn't match your face, right? That's actually kind of like the opposite of the coin. That's like for the collective versus the karmic. Because it's like, again, it's like, why do karmic people have to be karmicking? Like, why are you even talking about me? Why are you even like interested in what I'm doing? Right? It's like, I thought you were so blissfully happy. Why are you calling me? Kind of thing. So, or even just like, why are who are you showing off for? Like, and for some of you, these karmics, you might not even know them. Okay. So, again, it's just one of those things. If something feels a little off, you're probably like, okay. You're sitting there saying like everything's cool, right? But like across the room, I see you looking at me and it doesn't look pleasant. It's that kind of thing. The Ace of Wands. So yeah, you're a very passionate person, collective. I feel like whoever this karmic is like really feeling the negative of that and potentially yeah, like if you and this karmic are like know like some of the same people, potentially like have been friends with, dated, um, like ex-husband, ex-wife type, like anything like that, kind of. Anyway, I heard read it and weep. Anyway, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, the fire signs there, so that may resonate with you. Again, we're moved out of Aries season into Taurus, so a lot of earth energy about right now. Okay. The Six of Swords. I heard this may be crossing you. So are we going to do a Celtic cross tonight? Why not? Okay. I guess because, somebody thinks they're in control, right? And that's where the collective is like, well, you might think that, but watch me just stand over here or go over to this other island that I like privately purchased, and I'm gonna have like a great time setting up my library and my garden and my, whatever I have planned for that day. Yeah, I feel like you're just really taking that passion and you're channeling it into the manifestation of your dreams, like straight from the heart, but like straight from the gut too, like really like going after it. Okay. Three of Cups in the foundation. So, Spirit saying you may need protection from this third party type of energy or this over celebratory type of energy, which could be like overindulging and like drinking, partying, like whatever. Um, why am I? This doesn't even make sense. Impede the resistance. Mercy. Are we talking about Star Wars or ohms? You know, like, I don't even know sometimes, you guys. Some of the stuff that comes up, but hey, you know, it might mean something to somebody. And then if that's like the signal for you or the confirmation for you that like this energy is for you, okay, then that's, you know, you can use your discernment and decide about it. Um, but you know, if this is like, and again, it's like people that come and watch these readings and then they want to sit and complain about them or say this and that, and it's like, well, what are you doing here then? You know what I mean? And that's kind of how you feel, collective. You just feel like you've just been living your best life, and it's like, you know, everyone supposedly went off with their respective happily ever afters, right? Okay, and moved on. So again, why is the collective the one that's being called out as if there's some problem, right? That's the energy. Okay. And so, yeah. I think that kind of came out in the daytime reading a little bit too. So it's actually not under the live tab, you guys. You know, I've been doing a lot of my readings live. By the way, please do like or subscribe if you're enjoying this reading. And if this is not the reading for you, feel free to go seek, you know, readings on other channels, you know, because sometimes it's just not going to resonate. It's just not going to be the message for you. And it might be, you know, somebody close to you or around you, you know, you might be a sensitive person in that way. Um, you know, and sometimes people try and use your good natured qualities to make leeches of themselves so that, you know, um, when they look in the mirror, they have an image of you versus how they really are. Right? It's like that picture or the portrait of Dorian Gray. Okay, if you've ever heard of that book, the novel. Okay. Um, there's an art piece in the Chicago Art Museum of Art. I think that's how it's called, Chicago Museum of Art, or is it Art Institute of Chicago? I think it's Art Institute of Chicago. Yeah, there's a very large painting. I wanted to come out in reverse, but yeah, the Seven of Wands. So somebody might want your defenses to be down, so that they can share in this destiny and again be like this kind of clinger energy. And you're kind of like, look, I'm in a rhythm, I'm in a, you know what I mean, like and like that deja vu reading earlier, this could strike this person and it could end up like really making them uncomfortable. Okay, especially if this is the third, if this is like whoever your person is dealing with the third party. Okay, but but part of the reason that they're in that situation is because they're involved with this third party anyway. You know what I mean? It's a choice. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got an excuse, don't they? But yet people still make the same choices over and over and over and over. Okay, at what point does it become right? And I feel like the collective, again, is too smart for that. Okay. So that's why you may be considering more peace in your pursuits. Okay. Especially your creative pursuits. This may mean like going on like a retreat or working out of a studio somewhere. Maybe being an artist in residence if that's something that you do. Okay. So you could be using different technologies as well here with the Seven of Wands, like trying to get the job done. Because you have a lot going on and you're not willing to just sacrifice it. Yeah, for any old, yeah, here. I was shuffling backwards and then the Ace of Swords came out. Okay, so yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm not, yeah, exactly, but you're not moving backwards. You're like, if anybody thought that, you know, you best, exactly, the best action for them would be to think again. Hierophant, okay? Ain't gonna happen, Jack. Oh my God, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hey, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. There might be some people that go on like a soul seeking mission but never quite like find it. They might be lost souls, to be honest. And I feel like you're kind of done messing with that. It's like, yeah, you've had your journeys. You're prepared to do your deep healing, okay? And that's a part of that as well. This kind of fire here. This you may need to practice some kind of cleansing, perhaps with sage. Um, that's definitely connected to the second part of the title. I was channeling that earlier, so I'm glad that this Eight of Cups came out. Okay, because it's like you're taking what you learned in practice and putting it to good use here. Okay, even though it may have been emotional at the time, I feel like you're not letting it upset you now. It's just kind of like this warning of, well, what's funny here is I didn't even really talk about this Six of Cups up here. This is crazy. Yeah, so it's like you're coming into union here. Now, I don't know who this person is, collective. But you wouldn't be here if they didn't recognize the specialness, that you possess, right? Do I need to bust out the Whitney? Okay. All the beauty you possess inside. Okay. 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 Congratulations to all the graduates out there, by the way. College and high school. Two of Cups, you guys, in your environment. This is wild. If you have not met this person yet, I'm kind of shocked. Okay. Because it's definitely giving that they are around. Okay. They're also somebody that will work on things with you. They're not just like the Lucifer, the fucking run, right? The cut and run type, and it's like, oh yeah, I got what I wanted and I'm good. It's like, well, you kind of suck. Three of Wands. So I feel like, collective, there are certain people that are losing track of you and they are concerned whether or not they're going to be able to keep up. Okay. And that's also part of this. Your face doesn't match your side eye, because it's like they wanted you to feel like you lost, and it's like, actually no, I'm happy for you because you apparently won, right? So I'm going to try and be happy for you guys, right? Or you people, right? Oh, I was had a laugh with one of my friends about you guys, because like that's a popular way to say, instead of like y'all or okay, anyway, talking about a plural of people. But whoever this like karmic, and maybe the person that you were involved with, whether or not this was like a soulmate or a twin flame or just another karmic, I mean, because let's face it, if they're hanging out with a karmic, then their behavior is probably karmic as well. And you're not with them because you're not vibing on that kind of range, right? Um, that doesn't mean that you don't know how to show somebody the door, right? Okay. That was coming through earlier too. And literally here with this three, like, like I'm only 5'6", and when I was beat up, it was by a 6'3" man who had been in the military. So, yeah. You think I'm gonna be afraid of your scrawny ass? Okay. This is the thing that people are kind of like trying to size you up or something, but what they don't know is what they do not know. Okay. But I don't feel like you're trying to get involved in that, collective, and that's kind of why this is in the hopes and fears too, because it's like, whoever this other karmic or whoever this, your person or whatever you want to call them involved here, it's like they feel you slipping away from this situation as well. Yeah. And see, the lovers wanted to come out in reverse as well. And it's the lovers was in the last reading. Okay. The lovers have been popping out recently. So, um, collective, I feel like for a lot of you, this means like you're ready for love, you're in the energy. For a lot of you, this could be new love. Six of Cups is a reunion. However, it's like, um, do you feel aligned with yourself? Right? And it's like if you didn't feel, and if you were ever feeling not enough, then let me tell you that means you are unaligned. Okay? When you feel like you're, you know, good, like, the Stuart Smalley on SNL, like, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, right? All that stuff. Okay? There's many versions of that. A lot of people do affirmations. There's all sorts of goodies, okay? And that's when, okay, remember they were taking that energy and reflecting it falsely? Uh-huh. Yeah. We're along the watchtower now. Yes, exactly. And that ain't no Jehovah's Witness, okay? I used to work with some of those. An interesting bunch of characters. Talk about passionate again. This is the kind of thing, it's just like, it's pointless to argue about it at this point. It's like, look, you were passionate about community, Dick. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Go out there and get that D. I'll cheer you from the far, far, far sidelines, right? Or maybe it's the, community P or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's like, the guy that falls in love with the stripper at the nightclub. It's like, yeah, she looks at everybody like that, dude. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're sitting there like they're, 12 years old and like, it's true love. Okay. So again, collective, I feel like your discernment level is, especially when you understand the truth of the situation and how this person was trying to kind of manifest you back into their energy. Okay, because that's part of this Six of Cups. It's definitely here, them wanting you to come back, right? You know, no, don't, but it's like when somebody it's like on at the cruise ship, at the cruise dock, right? It's like, did they really want to get back on that ship, or were they kind of like, you know? And if somebody feels that important and entitled, is that who you want to be with, collective? Okay. I'm not saying accidents don't happen, but it's like, okay, it's the Six of Swords. It's not the One of Swords. It's not the Ace of Swords. Okay. Okay. And that's why you have all this power here and the Six of Wands in your recent past. It's just like, you're like, well, let me tell you something. Right? Oh my gosh. I've seen some weird there was this. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that right now. But Gordon Lightfoot might. I don't know. Starting to get into the loopy edition. It is after midnight, so most of this reading's over, you guys. I am going to pull some Moonology cards though for you. Just as a reminder, I should be at some festivals over the summer season, and I will have my cards and stuff if you want to do a in-person read. Okay, we can get that arranged, between sets as we chill out, whatever. Okay, so get our chillaxing on. Which that's part of why we do this, right? It's to transmute this energy. It's kind of to talk it out. Throat chakra was coming up earlier. Again, another timeless thing. You know, people wanting you to not talk about your experience. People not wanting you to have any like platform. And it's like you are just so over that. You're like you love yourself enough, collective, that you don't care. Okay, you're just like you're dancing in the street. You're Martha and the friggin' Vandellas over here. You're dancing in the friggin' street. Don't give a monkey's F. Okay? 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 And that's why there could be people literally calling out to you and being like, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Well, don't, oh, you know, let me know. Like, let me know when you get back. Right? It's like, oh my God, can I leave for 2 seconds? Right? Yeah. Some of you have burned these bridges. I mean, they have like massively disintegrated. And I'm talking about from the stuff that's, you know, the poopy parts, right? You're just like, no. Expect powerful change. Okay. So we did just have a new moon, and this is talking about a new moon there. So maybe you've been manifesting, like I was talking earlier about the affirmations and things like that. Like, collective, I feel like you just have a very positive overall energy. You know, a lot of you very optimistic. Some people could say wholesome. Some people translate that as naive. That doesn't mean you are ignorant of the facts, okay? Oh my goodness. All right. The end of a tough cycle approaches a full moon in Capricorn. Our full moon is coming up, I believe, in, is that 2 weeks or 1 week? Anyway, I think it's on the 25th. All right. So, you know, allow yourself, collective, that ritual time to potentially release things that may be on your brain, that may have been holding you back from, say, crossing that bridge, crossing that body of water, crossing that ocean to be where you need to be to follow your passion. For some of you, that literally could be moving out of the country. You know, I mean, there's people who move to like Costa Rica these days, you know, and like wherever. Did I say Costa Rica? Costa Rica. My apologies, Costa Ricans, if I didn't say it properly. I've never been, so you know, what can you say? Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Okay. There's supposed to be some aurora borealis visible tomorrow night in my area in the Midwest. So for you, that may be something here. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, like people that you know, everybody, you know, has a thing in their region. Like, you know, those horrible tornadoes came through, you know, the Mid-South. And I mean, it's like the Mid-South is a, you know, fun place to be, but it's like, yeah, there's the risk of, you know, those horrible tornadoes. You know, people in the Midwest and the northern states, like it gets cold. It's like this is like your commitment is being tested here. And I feel like somebody wants to test their attractiveness towards you, is kind of how I'm getting it. But you know, it's like the switch behind the magnet. It's like the electricity is off. Okay? Do you know what I'm saying? It's there's I mean, they may think, but I feel like for the collective, you are feeling like it's that's a dead connection. That's and what you have in front of you though is very positive and uplifting. Okay? And I think maybe that's why it's like you're looking so supercharged now, like with all these light, you know, these wands coming out from these, it's like lightning bolts here, but like seriously, it's like supercharging you. insane. You know, like oh my god, there's that Hell on Heels song. It's the country song. It's Miranda Lambert's one of the, it's like anyway, I'm not gonna sing it because I don't really remember the complete order of the lyrics. It's like hell on heels, something. Oh man, it's actually a pretty good song. Um, so yeah, it's just kind of like, um, devil knows your weight collective, right? And that's why you have the lovers here in the outcome. It's like, yeah, try and stop me. You can't, and you won't. And the karma you're going to get for even trying is not great now. So, again, if you won this, you know what I mean? It's like, I thought you got what you wanted. Be happy with it. Smile. Maybe you need to go back and watch one of my previous readings where I sing a little part of that song. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. Right? That's showbiz, baby. Okay? Okay? Grow a thicker skin next time. All right? Next. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So you got a little verklempt. It happens. Okay? Why do you think they made the waterproof mascara? Okay? Oh my god, you guys. I gotta stop. Let's finish this up. Oh, I cannot be up like this all the time. I did not sleep that well last night, and then there was a repair guy here like at 8 a.m. and I've just been going. And then I kind of like took a pause, and now I'm like, wide awake. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. And we will have a new moon in June, which will be in Gemini season. So you have that to look forward to. If for some reason this stuff has not manifested for you yet, okay, you can think about that. All right. And you're like, look, this is just not resonating with me, but maybe it's like, hey, I would like a Two of Cups. I would like somebody that I know, maybe, right? You're like, depends on who is it, But I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to find out. Okay, sorry, I gotta take a drink here. My mouth is so dry. I've been talking, and I'm usually not up, at this hour, speaking, So anyway, well, that's about all I have. Baby, that's all, folks. Until next time, manifest wisely. Please do like or subscribe. That's the 100% free way to support the channel. So your input helps, and what are you gonna do? Yeah. Yeah, these lies aren't working anymore. 5 of Swords in reverse. I just read. I'm like, I wonder what's in here, and this is how it pulls out. 5 of Swords in reverse, like literally the biggest middle finger that the tarot could get. You know what I mean? Like, to whoever this karmic energy. It's like, yeah, and you're just over here collecting like do. You're like, I'm gonna balance my checking account this month, make sure I got all my ducks in a row, got my garden over here going. You're just like cannot be bothered with it. And again, that's why yeah, you could have been messing with an earth sign anyway, or had it in their chart. But yeah, this Two of Cups here is very open and welcoming, and I feel like you're going to be able to like feature your lessons learned a little bit. Little haha for my IT people. Okay. Yeah, I never thought I'd be saying that word again or that phrase, but here we are. Anyway, what did one of my the estheticians that I went to, she called it live and learn, and it's just like I kind of like that because you live through it, right? It's like that sometimes these emotions, like these 8 of Cups here, can take us through like the time of like feeling like a teenager when it's like, oh my god, my life is over, you know what I mean, nothing's turning out, blah 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 blah, and it's like, well, obviously that's not 100% true, right? Like there's like good things going on for the collective. Okay, so anyway, I also heard that if anybody thinks they can do better, go for it. So this may be your signal to go ahead and start your own platform. That was coming through in the reading earlier today too. So if you feel like your throat chakra's been blocked, I mean, go for it. Try it. What do you have to lose? You know? And if anything, it will give you some good experience. So, you know, obviously I say that with discernment. It depends for me personally what the platform is, but based upon your content. But I feel like for the majority of you that are vibing at that level, okay, again, getting away from the the karmic-y, icky stuff. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to write. She keeps sending all types of spell work my way, keeping me up around night. And it's actually not an uncommon thing when people are in unhealthy relationships for one partner to practice like a sleep deprivation on the other one. Okay, that could be like waking you up through the middle of the night, constantly like texting you, not letting you rest, um, thrashing around. I know somebody that said that their girlfriend would like strike them in the middle of the night, like hit them in the head. And it's like, okay, is that really that person just sleeping and having a night terror, and then they accidentally are like beating up on the person in bed like on a regular basis? That's just doesn't make a lot of, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of stuff, collective, that you're like, yeah, again, if you thought I couldn't handle something because you didn't know me that well, you're very stupid and immature, and you need to go back to kindergarten and get a clue and get a life and get a real fucking life. Stop envying other people. Talk about one of the deadly sins, right? Okay. But this is partly why, collective, okay? Because you know that you're growing for yourself, okay? And you're growing towards a partnership that is fulfilling to you. And not only a partnership, but partnerships that are fulfilling to you, okay? Ones where you're on the same level as the person, right? And it's not like somebody thinking they're winning against you, or they're above you, or they're have some kind of cool factor. It's like, I can't believe I even have to like say some of this stuff out loud, but yet here we are, here we are. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Right? Like, when's the next episode? But that's what you gotta understand about these karmics. There's always a next episode. Always. Okay? Until they leave this earth. And even then, unfortunately, sometimes their behaviors are so karmic that it affects their descendants in future generations. Not the kind of thing I'd want to be bragging about or riding around town on myself, especially innocent people that don't deserve it, because very often the I'll say offspring of these karmic people are actually very intelligent people, right? And usually they're growing up in the non-karmic environment, right? Because, karmics can never like really properly take care of their children. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have driver's licenses, all these kind of things, right? I mean, this is not like back in the day where, we live on the farm and nobody ever leaves, right? And we only had one car, okay? Like, this is modern times, y'all. Modern times. Like, get with the program. Okay. Anyway, So, yeah. Anyway. I hope, yeah. So anyway, on that spell work thing there, Huncho one, something I would recommend is just doing kind of like a return to sender meditation if any of that is kind of like bothering you. You know what I mean? If you start to feel that. Or you may need to do, well, I felt like a flicker or something. Anyway, you may need to do some kind of meditation. Okay, or meditation or cord cutting is what I wanted to say. That was my hand, y'all. So don't freak out. It's just me. Yes, we're approaching the witching hour very quickly, very quickly. Um, so I hope that helps somebody. Again, like it's like you have good news coming your way, and it's like somebody wants to be like they're interrupting the mailman, right? And saying like, oh well, I want to give it to the collective, and the mailman's like, or your male person or male lady, uh, you're like, they're like, no, I want to give it to the collective because, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, like this is official business. You know what I mean? It's like you're not official, karmic. Like go. And in fact, like you better get out of here because they could, like call the cops because you're on their property, like without invitation. You know, and again, I mean, of course people have watchdogs and security cameras and security systems and all those other modern technologies that it's kind of like, I mean, it's like these karmics are that dumb but you know what I mean? You see them on these TV shows because they take it too far. They take it too far. Anyway, in the meantime, you're planning like 2 tickets to paradise. Yeah, you're like, make it rain, bitch. Somebody could be wondering how you're getting your good looks and your charm. Maybe you are a Sagittarius here with the Temperance. But I feel like you're just very patient with yourself, or you've been patient with yourself, and it's kind of like now things are just starting to unfold. Okay, so if you do feel like your commitment is being tested here, just hang in here because it says like this end of a tough cycle approaches. So if you have had some stuff like hung over from like the winter time or something, like, yeah, it's going to be like whatever. Okay. So I hope everybody enjoys their glasses of wine. I know I sure do, especially sangria, but I'm, I'm more of a seafood gal myself. Anyway, uh, which, they say with seafood you can do white or red, even though, it's kind of like the lighter the meal, you're supposed to do like the white wines and then like the red wines with the steak. But, I mean, sangria, traditionally red. And I mean, that's just drinking for fun, right? So, wow, I just cut the deck like on the same. On the same Queen of Wands. Yeah, time is up for this kind of energy that's just like this boo-hooey stuff. Like I said, you've really kind of transformed this into useful energy, right? Okay. It's like you took every little thing and you're like, actually, like, dude, check it out. Like, isn't that awesome? You know what I mean? It's like when you it's like, showing off your new tattoo, right? Because it's like, yeah. And it's like, and everybody, you always have a story behind your tattoo, right? And it's like, well, I got this because of such and such, or whatever. Or I was going through a time, right? So for some of you, again, this creative passion here, this Ace of Wands that came out right away, you're just going to focus on how to express yourself, right? And you're going to do it away from the naysayers, and you're just not going to give a fuck. And it's going to be glorious, right? And you're going to be laughing all the way, all the way. Because you're going to be experiencing the joy of life, right? Yeah. Gemini as well. Again, Gemini season coming up here very, very soon. Very soon. Like so soon. It's like 8:01 soon, right? Okay. Okay. I hope everybody has a safe holiday weekend. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here, you guys, just because I'm very busy right now and I have like, lawn care responsibilities. So, the readings might thin out a little bit. And of course, but if we are at the same fest together, I can always give you a reading there. So until next time, please manifest wisely. Please like or subscribe. Bye bye.